Hey there guys, Laser Forgotten. I've been talking about what all I'm gonna use this. Been talking about why Battlefield 3 could completely eliminate the need for Modern Warfare 3. And what I got down was talking about how the maps are too small, and I'm gonna continue on with that. Basically, I didn't say they're too small, they're too big, I'm sorry. Epic fail, I'm failing. So my friend LJ, he calls me an epic fail, and that's a perfect example of why. I'm getting off topic. Get it together, man. Alright. Anywho, the problem with Squad Deathmatch was there weren't a ton of people playing on it. I think it was I think it was 16 people maximum could play on Squad Deathmatch. That's all fine and dandy, but the maps were, well, huge really compared to Owl. That was pretty well planned. Compared to Modern Warfare 2, the maps were still pretty darn big. And a lot of times I still have trouble finding people in Squad Deathmatch with the toned down maps. And I had to turn to an actual tactical game mode to actually get kills. So they need to make sure their maps in Battlefield 3 are small enough to where you'll have the opportunity to engage in many close quarter engagements. They need to be positive of that. Alright, they need to make sure it can be as fast-paced as possible and have as many gunfights as possible. And that's really the biggest concern for me. Hold on. Epic beast. Like I was saying, that's really... Oh, who's shooting at me? Okay. I died. Stupid medic. That's really the primary concern for me. But if the maps are smaller and they use the closest quarter engagement parts of the map, then that would be good. Another thing though, they need to make sure the vehicles are toned down. What? A Battlefield game where the vehicles are toned down? Say it ain't so. You lie. Then you're not a real Battlefield fan. Let me explain myself, you hardcore Battlefield jerk nerds. Listen. If you're sitting there with your mouth, with your jaw dropped, wondering why I said tone down the vehicles, and you don't have half a brain, then let me explain, shall I? I think I shall anyway, no matter what you say. Imagine it this way, okay? If you didn't think about this at first, think of it this way. If I get my way, you're on extremely small maps. And then what's the point of having a tank? It'd be like in Squad Deathmatch, so the person with a tank's going to completely own you. It's okay to have one or two tanks, okay? It depends on the map. If it's extremely small, make it just one tank. I mean, come on. If you have all kinds of vehicles and they're just blowing crap up all the time, if they just keep on shooting around them and the maps are small enough and enough people are playing, they may get a kill with every shot. Talk about being overpowered. The vehicles would be horrible. Horribly overpowered. If you're playing on a small map and there are just all kinds of them, I think on average you should make it one vehicle a map. And I don't mean something like one Humvee a map, because there would really be no need for those, because there's no point in traveling. I mean, maybe one helicopter per map, and then on a completely separate map, make it just one tank. I don't mean one tank, one helicopter. I mean just one or the other, but only one. That way, the person with the vehicles has a clear advantage, but they still need to use them strategically to win. If that makes... I'm flanking. I'm actually flanking. If that makes any sense whatsoever. I think you guys should be understanding what I'm saying, but if you're not, then I guess I'm not doing a good enough job explaining, or you guys really don't understand at all. But if you had all kinds of vehicles like you do when you play the full-scale huge map, then they're like 10 times as big as Modern Warfare 2 maps. Then, and you have them in that small map, obviously the people who get the vehicles first are just going to completely flatten your team. Come on. I want you to hit me. I want you to hit me. Come on, come on, come on. So, the vehicles need to be toned down. One cool thing that could be done, and this is not happening, because they have these game modes and they're just going to be on larger maps. It would be cool if you could have a, if they could redo the fast-paced game modes. What I mean is, like, they have, what's it called? Squad Rush, I believe. Not Squad Rush, it's like, there's like 4 people to a squad, and the objectives are like a shorter distance away, I believe. I don't play it very often. They're trying to make it more intense. Every now and then it works, but then other times I never see anybody, so whatever. You know, I just chill. Plant the bomb, walk away, and it usually goes off. But it would be cool, and this is not a reason why Battlefield 3 could completely replace Modern Warfare 3. I pretty much listed my reasons, and there weren't a lot either. That shows you that if Battlefield can pull it off just right, it's, I wouldn't say easy, but it's very possible that Battlefield 3 could completely only keep me playing Modern Warfare 3 for a few hours to just say I'd played it. Oh, he's trying to run. Not happening, buddy. Sucker. But I'm not going to do what I typically do and just spend the next 5 minutes repeating everything I said, because I think I sound like a retard when I do that. Just look back on everything I've said, think about it. If you have a different opinion, please leave a response or a comment. Or a response, I could care less what... Oh, whoa, there's a guy over there. There's a guy over there. But I'll leave a comment telling me what your opinion is and whether I'm totally right, totally wrong, or partially right. Give reasons. But I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh, but one thing, a lot of hardcore Battlefield fans... I'm sorry, I know I was talking about something, but I can't remember, so I'm just going to go off on something else. Concerning Team Deathmatch. A lot of hardcore Battlefield fans are saying no to Team Deathmatch. Here's... Oh, I remember what I was saying now, but let me just finish this. Here's what I got to say to you. If you really, totally and honestly give a crap that Team Deathmatch is going to be in Battlefield 3, don't play it. Battlefield 3 is still going to be epic. Will it attract noobs? It probably will attract more than Bad Company 2 did, with its Team Deathmatch and all that. Sure. Are they going to make it any easier for noobs to get kills, though? I doubt it. Battlefield has always been the kind of game where, for the most part, the more skilled people win. One person can't carry a team, but the best coordinated team typically wins. If you have a bunch of noobs trying to play Rush, just running around trying to get kills, unlike myself, they're probably not going to win. There's no need to whine. It's not like they're... Now, I may be totally wrong with this when the game comes out and we see for ourselves, but it's not like they're giving, you know, last chance and completely overpowered noob tubes and stuff like that. I have a feeling the noobs are going to have a very hard time fitting into Battlefield. Even with Team Deathmatch, it's harder to get kills in this game. than Modern Warfare 2. So, will noobs be attracted to this game? They'll probably still play Modern Warfare 3 more. More noobs will buy this game than Bad Company 2, but they're still going to have a harder time, so you need to shut up. Like I was saying, though, I know I may have already finished talking about this. If I didn't, then I'm sorry. But it would be cool if they can have the same game modes on smaller maps, because you keep it more intense. Like the same maps that they're going to use in Team Deathmatch, if it in fact works out to my liking. I totally epic failed that, and he had a friggin' shotgun. What a noob. But if they use the exact same maps and have the same game modes on them, except for maybe Conquest, that have Rush and stuff, and make it more fast-paced and more, close, tighter, I guess you could say, no sexual, then that could be a good improvement. I know they're not going to do it. I know they're going to have the game modes. They're just going to be on the bigger maps. And Team Deathmatch is strictly for Team Deathmatch, and not for other. The maps for Team Deathmatch is strictly for that mode, and not for the others. I still think it'd be cool, if they pulled a Modern Warfare 2 and kind of have. Actually, Modern Warfare 2 didn't do this. All the maps are the same size, but if they could have Modern Warfare 2 sized maps for Rush or something, and just. I'd probably still play it on the bigger maps mostly, but it'd just be kind of a nice change of pace. They tried it with Squad Rush, but I don't know, I'm just not a big fan of it, because instead of making the maps a ton smaller, they made it to where less people played. The maps were still a lot smaller and less people played, but I don't know, I just wasn't a big fan. I think they should keep the same amount of people playing on the small maps, so it could be a lot more fast-paced, but keep that same feel for the game mode. That'd just be a cool thing to do, I think. Alright, I guess that's it for what I was going to talk about. If you watch this video I made for Battlefield 3 versus Modern Warfare 3, I kind of touched on the topic I've been talking about the last 10 minutes, but I didn't really go in depth, go in detail. But guess what? I just did. So take that. Now I'll talk about some gameplay, I guess. How much time do I have left? I have about 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. So, it looks like the attackers are getting hammered. But I'm going to head back to A. What is that, B? B, I guess. The colors are all blending together. Heading back to B to guard. Jump. There we go. Bad Company 2 is leaps and bounds better than Modern Warfare 2, except for it's not very fast-paced. But, again, that's not what Bad Company 2 is intended to be. But I think every shooter out there just has a need for some, fast-paced gameplay in their life with the shooters. I know I do. And Modern Warfare 2 just fills that void so well. And hopefully Battlefield 3 can do the same with their Team Deathmatch. And then, really, I wouldn't play Modern Warfare 3 but a few hours. Not really to say I played it. I mean, I'd want to play it just until the new feeling wore off. When the new feeling wears off of Modern Warfare 2, I would stop playing it unless Battlefield 3 does not have the stuff that I'm talking about, and it's not as good as I'm hoping it is. So, pretty much at home. Let me kill this noob. This has been Laser Forgotten. I'll talk to you later.